In my heart, I really love my culture.
My hart is baie lief vir my culture. En ek het maar
I
gedink,
remembered how my
want
mother
nou,
and my
ons-
grandmother
ons
taught me how to
grandma en
paint.
Nara het my-
The women in
ons
those
moet
days
verf.
all painted, but
Maar
now they don't
die
anymore.
vrouens daai tyd,
Nowadays,
hulle
they
ook
work
geverf.
at jobs in
Maar
town.
nou,
Esther Mahlangu is one of the most respected painters of a unique art form. Esther was born in South Africa in 1936 to the Ndebele tribe. Esther says the Ndebele form of art is usually a sign of public celebration.
If you begin to paint a wall, it means you're announcing either a wedding or a celebration. When you begin to paint, they know that something big is going to happen.
Potslaan. As jy begin verf, dan weet hulle daar's iets gebeur. That's something happened there.
And the people know that they have to wait to hear on what day the wedding or the celebration will take place, and at what particular house.
Is die bruiloft daar.
For most of her art, Esther uses traditional materials.
Die klei,
I'll put the clay
is
here.
swart,
This is the
dis
black.
die rooi,
This is the red.
dis geel,
This is the yellow.
dis witte,
And this is the white.
witte. En die
And then there's the cow dung.
en die beesmis. It mix.
I have to mix it in because all the colors need cow dung.
Al die kleure moet beesmis kry. Dan gooi ek die water binne
Then
die ding.
I add water and mix it all up well.
Dan vat ek
When I've
net
finished
die-
mixing it, I get
hier
the
is die
chicken
hoendervere.
feathers.
Dis Esther se
This is
kwaad.
Esther's paintbrush,
Hoendervere.
made of
Dis nie
chicken
Esther se
feathers.
kwaad nie. Dis
It is
Ndebele
not
se
just
kwaad.
Esther's paintbrush,
En
it is the
Bobbejaansde.
Ndebele paintbrush
Die ding.
and the
Dis,
baboon tail.
Hy groei by die
It
vel.
grows in the bush.
Dis 'n- is noem
It's
maar
called
Bobbejaansde.
baboon
Maar by
tail,
ons
but
dan,
our name for
ons
it
sê
is
Itutse.
itutse.
By
But the
die,
white people
wit
call it
mense sê
baboon
dan,
tail.
hulle sê dis die Bobbejaansde.
People who don't know what it is have asked, how can you chop off a baboon's tail? But then we say, no, it's not an animal, it's a root.
Hy lewe ja, want dis die wortel. Hierdie ding.
You get this thing, and then you beat it against a rock once it has dried to soften it. Then you tie the roots together like this, and it becomes a paintbrush.
When Esther was asked to paint a BMW Art Car, she says she was honored.
I love painting. When they told me that I could paint the car, I was very happy.
Ek was bly.
But because it was a car, Esther says she adapted her materials a bit.
I didn't paint it with cow dung, however, but rather with acrylic colors.
En dit was nie moeilik vir my.
It wasn't difficult for me,
Nee, want dit
because
my
it is
werk om
my
te verf.
work to paint.
Om lekker geverf, moet de verf, en moet de
I painted it
chicken
nicely
feather,
with car paint and with the chicken feathers.
design daar gesit,
And then I applied a design that I like,
de bele design.
an Ndebele design.
The BMW Art Car program started in 1975 when French race car driver Hervé Poulain asked his friend to paint his race car so it would stand out on the track. His friend happened to be American artist Alexander Calder. In the more than 3 decades since its inception, the BMW Art Car program has included 17 works by some of the most respected artists of their time, from Andy Warhol to Frank Stella to Roy Lichtenstein. The latest BMW Art Car was painted by Jeff Koons and raced at the 24 Hours of Le Mans. In the case of Esther, she didn't stop with painting a BMW, she formed a school to teach young people to paint.
Ja, ek wil nie
I
laat
don't
ons
want my
met
culture to die.
doodgaan nie.
I want it to
Ek wil
live.
hê hy moet lewe.
That's why I teach the children to paint and to do beadwork.
Om te verf.
Because I don't want the Ndebele culture to simply fade away.
Culture doodgaan nie.
The Museum of Arts and Design is located at number 2 Columbus Circle in New York City. The 1991 520i, painted by Esther Mahlangu, will be on display as part of the Global Africa Project from November 17th of this year until May 15th of 2011. I'm Grant Winter reporting.